Yo, what's good, fam? It's been a while since I've done a video about Thoughtin' and a Rantin', not to be confused with Thoughtin' and a Rantin'. But anyway, I've been thinking a lot about like pre-orders and some of the problematic things that come about with having to do with action figure pre-orders or just pre-orders in general. And one of the major things that I wanted to talk about is, uh, you know, pre-ordering something for and not getting a whole lot for the amount of money that you paid to pre-order it. And now I'm not really one to usually talk about upcoming action figures that I haven't even gotten my hands on yet. Like there are other channels out there that do that, and they do all that hype train stuff, and I personally just can't be bothered with doing stuff like that. Like, I want to actually talk about the stuff when I have it on hand so that I know that it's good or if it's bad. And, talking about what the possibilities are is just kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't do anything for me. But there was something that I noticed while, I was looking at all the advertisement photos of the upcoming Falcon and Winter Soldier figures from the MCU Figure Arts line. And yes, I know that their likenesses of the face sculpts are off, but that's not really why I wanted to talk about this. I noticed just a very unacceptable lack of accessories for both of the characters. Like, this has honestly been a problem for quite a while now, and I've been mentioning it for some time in some of my various figure arts reviews, mainly with their MCU line, and the fact that as the line has gone on, more and more figures are being sold with less and less like accessories and stuff. Like, you don't get this problem with the Kamen Rider line or the Dragon Ball line. It seems like everything that comes out for those two lines, they put everything in there that should come with the character. I mean, they've done like how many versions of Goku, like every single iteration of Goku and every single look that he's ever had, they've put that out, and he usually comes with stuff that pertain to the character. And so I'm just getting sick and tired of seeing these prices for these figures rise while we're ending up receiving less when the purchase comes in the mail. I just don't think that's quite right. And just take my most recent review of the Figure Arts Nick Fury. It barely came with a decent amount of interchangeable hands, and the head sculpts were exactly the same, with just a minor difference being that his eye was looking in a different direction. Like, at least give us a screaming head version or some more guns, something. I mean, he just had a pistol. At least some futuristic guns, something. I mean, even give him the gun that Coulson had in the first Avengers movie. Even though I know that somewhere down the line they're going to release an Agent Coulson figure because they did tease it a few years back and he had the gun, but they should have just gave him more than what they did. Take a look at the Endgame Iron Spider figure. Look at how much stuff he comes with. Of course, he comes with your standard web effect pieces, like all Spider-Man figures that have come before it come with, but you kind of have to do that. So people that kind of complain about getting those accessories over and over again really shouldn't, because the company has to treat every release as if the person picking it up that's going to be like their first Spider-Man figure. So you have to include all those things in there. Same with like the Captain America figures. They always come with a shield, but you have to, because that might be someone's first Captain America shield. So would it make sense for them to not put a shield in the box with the rest of the accessories? But I mean, he comes with a bunch of other stuff. Came with extra eyes. He came with the arms, the telescoping arms on his back or whatever. And he came with the Tony Stark Infinity Gauntlet. Like, he came with a bunch of stuff. So it kind of made sense that they charged what they charged for it. But you look at the price point difference between the Spider-Man figure and the Fury figure, but you have to add the caveat that you used to get full sets of accessories at what the Nick Fury price point used to be. But we don't get that anymore. And so I started asking myself, like, why is this an issue? And I find it troubling because it's becoming a trend that it's okay to sell the consumer less for more because we just turn around and buy it anyway. And before all the collector apologists, pole jockeys come white knighting to the rescue of toy companies like that are pretty much major corporations, and they come in and they always say that, well, if we don't support the thing, they'll stop making it. Well, you wouldn't be saying that if this same thing was happening in a different industry. Like, you're not going to keep going to a restaurant that serves you an 8-ounce, or I'm sorry, like not an 8-ounce, but like an 8-course meal for like $40. And if they change the serving to a 3-course meal and then started charging you $60 instead, that you wouldn't do that. So the asking price for this new Falcon and Winter Soldier figures is just some old BS, man. The price is way too much for what's being offered. But also, they're not the only ones doing this. They're not the only game in town trying to pull this hot mess express type of pricing. Hasbro apparently is trying to get in on the game and pull off this nonsense. They recently put up a pre-order for their Fortnite Snake Eyes, which comes with a bunch of accessories, and I think the MSRP is like $40. And I got some pictures and stuff, and you can see from the images that I posted, the figure's sold out because A, it's Snake Eyes, and B, it's Fortnite. So that's like a winning combination for Hasbro. That was a smart move on them to get the license to make figures. But then they also are turning around and they're releasing the Foundation character for the exact same price on pre-order. But all it comes with is the umbrella that I guess he parachutes into the game or this game stage with, that most of these figures come with anyway. There's just no justifying for that asking price when, in my opinion, when it comes with just the one accessory. Like, Hasbro could have included stuff that they already had molds for, as far as like accessories go. Just do something. It's nonsense that they get consumers like myself, because I am buying the new Falcon and Winter Soldier figures, partly for review purposes and partly for my collection. But it sucks that they get us to conform to this because we just have to, just for that sole factor that we just have to add that figure to our collection. Like I said, I'm totally guilty of that. I totally admit that. But the companies are going to keep doing this, and we have to do better by actually voting with our wallets when they try to pull this overpriced, under-delivering nonsense, and like I said, once again, that goes for me as well. So anyway, that's basically it. I wasn't trying to make this a whole long thing. So, I just want to know, you guys out there, how do you feel about the price gouging? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like the vid, then by all means, hit that like button because it helps my channel. Also subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notifications so you can stay up on my newly updated content, because for whatever reason, it's not enough for YouTube that you just subscribe to the channel. And that's gonna pretty much do it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm Agent O, and I'm out. Peace.